% of his losses have come by way of submission. And wow, look at that. He managed this with the reversal to the thunderous applause of the crowds here in Poitiers.
Landing some big shots. He does have 6 wins by submission, is taking the back, essentially.
There, he went to Muay Thai, grappling, and now he is a well-rounded fighter for sure. A well-rounded fighter who can do it all. A 79% finish rate, 7 wins via knockout or TKO, 8 via submission. And here he is ready to compete for the vacant Hexagone welterweight champion. I mean, what a championship bout we have on our hands here, Phil.
This is a main event style fight. Hexagone MMA essentially have 2 main cards, not really a case of prelims, then main card, they have 2.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is astounding that he can make welterweight and still, from the looks of things, be this happy, this comfortable heading into what could very well be one of the most decisive fights of his entire career. Like you said earlier, Phil, he began training judo, and that was by chance. He was applying for a different job, and the interviewer said, well, why don't you come down to try out the judo lesson tomorrow? And AYMARD GUIH, he has no shame in saying he got smashed by some of the kids, but he was hooked after that. When he realized that he could get tossed around by opponents that were smaller and younger than himself, and he realized that he needed to try that out. And we are so glad he did that, because here he is now ready to create a legendary status for himself within French MMA.
Two incredible combatants about to throw down to become the undisputed Hexagone MMA welterweight champion of the world.
Here are some of his stats. Welterweight title bout here between England's Walter GAHADHA in the blue corner and Ivory Coast / France's AYMARD GUIH in the red.
Straight away, the sniper with a kill shot.
Yeah, that high kick seemed to catch GUIH off guard a little bit. Here's a takedown attempt. Oh, but look at that. GAHADHA almost fell right into mount there for a moment. Yeah. Lucky for GUIH, he managed to retain half guard instead.
And now it is all Walter GAHADHA putting it on AYMARD GUIH. And he's showing veteran savvy here. He's not rushing, he's not smothering his work, he's taking his time. As my jiu-jitsu coach, Mr. Johnny Burrows, would always say, position before submission. Your submission game should be like death metal, slow and heavy. Put the pressure on.
That is a great way of putting it there, Mr. Campbell. And here comes some of the ground and pound from the Brit. But look at that, GUIH getting back to full guard now, open guard.
Trying to grapevine those legs out, but again, a veteran like Walter he's been in these positions countless times. He's not being shown anything here that he has not seen before.
And definitely, both these guys are really so experienced.
Walter needs to make a decision if he's all the way in or all the way out here. You can see that guard creeping up of AYMARD.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to mind his P's and Q's. After all, AYMARD GUIH called the Barracuda. Barracudas are ferocious ambush predators. They will strike from out of nowhere. That is just where one of these submission attempts might come from.
All right, David Attenborough, calm yourself. We're watching fights. Again, methodical work being done here by Walter GAHADHA. Right now, he doesn't need to do anything out of the ordinary. This, as it is a championship fight, is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Therefore, economy of energy is key.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to burn yourself out in the early round and then end up regretting it in the third or fourth. Nice up kicks there from GUIH, but not enough to keep his opponent at bay completely.
And championship fights in MMA sometimes have the same kind of approach. Oh, potential for an armbar there from GUIH.
Nice head control there from GAHADHA, really using that head like a third arm.
As I said, these fights almost have the same approach as a Muay Thai fight. A Muay Thai fight, usually the pace increases as you progress. Sometimes in championship fights, that's what we see.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point, Phil.
Right in front of us now in our broadcast position, it is all Walter GAHADHA right now.
Yeah, a very great, strong opening because obviously he kicked things off with literally with that high kick.
He didn't even mean that. That was outstanding work.
You see, the puns come naturally from me.
What a professional, Sebastian Martinez. Again, you have to admire the calm being displayed here by Walter GAHADHA. Just disdainfully throws the legs to the side, now landing in side control, progresses position.
Absolutely, that is a great turn of events there for GAHADHA. Much better position in order to be able to score some ground and pound and maybe even a submission attempt.
You can see he's trying to angle Guy away from the cage to open up the mount to himself, but nice wall walk there from Guy. GAHADHA brings him right back in.
Playing part of a fast road worker, flips him right back where he was before. GAHADHA's got to be mindful because while he is a well-rounded fighter, 86% of his losses have come by way of submission. And wow, look at that! He manages with the reversal to the thunderous applause of the crowds here in Poitiers.
Landing some big shots. Guy does have 6 wins by submission, is taking the back. Essentially any choke by Barracuda is a Guy choke. He's under the chin! Sebastian, what the work? Oh! There's the top! Oh! It's all over!
AYMARD GUIH has done it! He is the first ever double champ in Hexagone MMA history! First round finish!
Snatches victory from the jaws of defeat. What a change in fortune! Partisan crowd here at Hexagone MMA live in Poitiers, losing it, essentially going potty. This is unbelievable work.
Oh my goodness, you can never count out a veteran like the Barracuda.
Outstanding, ladies and gentlemen. We need to catch our breath just as much as you do. This is why we love mixed martial arts. This is why we love Hexagone MMA. It looked, by all intents and purposes, that Walter GAHADHA was on his way to dominating the fight. And what an opportunist AYMARD GUIH is, and as you say, raising the Côte d'Ivoire flag, makes history by becoming the first simultaneous champion in the history of Hexagone MMA.
I mean, Wakanda forever, right?
I would love to see that back. Snatching, just the awareness to do that, the opportunist approach. And big man has 2 belts now, and they're the type of belts that go with any pair of trousers.
Oh yeah, definitely. And just think of what this might set up for a future, considering the fight that preceded this.
Could you imagine him and Norman Park?
Mesdames et messieurs, en 4 minutes 14 secondes dans le premier round, le vainqueur est nouveau welterweight champion of the world, AYMARD GUIH.
AYMARD, félicitations.
Merci. Salut Poitiers.
That's it, AYMARD, congratulations.
Alors, ce premier round, il a commencé tambour battant. On peut le dire que tu as quand même eu très chaud.
It was
ouais.
very hard
Vous avez vu le bout?
first round.
C'était un petit. Après, je m'attendais à ça, comme je l'ai dit. Walter, il vient aussi du Bellator, il a fait des gros orgas. Donc, ça m'a pas surpris aussi autant que ça. Désolé, je te positionne dessus. Et voilà, donc ça s'est fait. La stratégie a été appliquée. Merci, monsieur Foissa. Voilà.
Justement, en parlant de ton coach, il a malheureusement été retenu à cause de la grève des trains. Est-ce que ça t'a déstabilisé avant ce combat ou pas?
Honnêtement, j'étais deck. Pourquoi? Parce que je voulais qu'il soit là pour soulever nos 2 ceintures. Parce que, il faut le savoir, je me suis luxé le bras il n'y a pas si longtemps que ça. Je devais annuler le combat, mais comme je suis un petit con, j'ai voulu le maintenir. Et on l'a fait ou pas? On l'a fait ou pas?
Doesn't matter.
Merci.
I did it tonight. And I am the
Alors,
first champion.
on a oublié un petit détail. Et on a oublié de préciser que,
organization.
Aymard, tu es double champion dans 2 catégories. Tu as la ceinture des moins de 84 kilos.
Okay, so now you are the double
face à
champ.
Gaël Grimaud, qui est un cador
In
du
middleweight,
MMA
in
français.
welterweight.
Maintenant, tu as la catégorie des 77 kilos. Acquise face à un cador du MMA européen qui a fait 5 combats au Bellator, qui est passé par les plus grandes organisations. Là, comment tu te sens?
How do you feel?
Vraiment?
Like really?
Je me sens trop bien!
I feel so good.
Non, je suis très, vous pouvez pas savoir.
No, you,
Déjà, il y a du monde, ça
can't
me fait
imagine.
plaisir de vous entendre. Merci le public
There is
français.
a lot of people
Merci
here,
Poitiers.
a lot of French public. So thank you so much.
Et je suis très heureux de ramener la ceinture à la maison à Marseille.
And
Pour
I'm
la
so
Côte d'Ivoire,
proud
Abidjan.
to keep this
Maman,
belt
tu vois,
and to-
ton fils, il a 2
to bring
ceintures.
the double
Il faut
belt,
te
the
donner le
double-
pantalon maintenant. Et voilà, je pourrais passer des remerciements. Au premier remerciement
home,
à mon
so
club, Marseille Fight Club.
thank-
Papi, Jamy, c'est pour toi.
So thank to my coach
Merci.
and all my team, my teammates.
Merci à
Marseille
deuxième
Fight
gros
Club.
big up, Jérémy, Pro 16, Marseille,
And,
meilleur kiné
thanks
au
to
monde.
Jeremy.
Grâce à lui, on a fait un travail monstrueux. Tu es un champion.
You're a
Merci
champion,
aux sponsors, Rickage,
Thank to all my
Molotov,
sponsors.
Pharma, vous connaissez la suite. Nassim, Kiki de Bonji, spécial dédicace à toi. Ando, Bourbier Gang, represent. Merci Jean qui était dans mon coin,
Thanks,
exceptionnellement. Nas, merci pour ta victoire, ça m'a inspiré. Jérémy, tu sais ce qu'il te reste à faire. Encore gros merci. Résilience Management, vous savez, on est là. Poitiers, fait du bruit!
And Poitiers, make some noise.
Alors, on voit que ta reconversion en tant que speaker et animateur de soirée est assurée. Ça, c'est bon. Quand même, on a le sentiment ce soir que tu avais un train à prendre. Tu as voulu rentabiliser ton taux horaire dans cette cage. C'était ça le game plan?
Je vous dis la vérité, demain matin j'ai un avion pour Tahiti, donc j'étais vraiment pressé. Donc j'avais pas le temps à perdre, donc non, on n'a pas le temps. On était là, en plus j'ai un KFC qui m'attend, donc voilà. Merci à Hexagone de l'invitation et de m'avoir fait confiance. C'est ça les dédicaces, tu connais. Monsieur Christophe Ajus, vous savez pas, c'est monsieur WWE. Ça, le cash, ça a bercé mon enfance grâce à lui. Donc c'est un honneur de l'avoir comme speaker aujourd'hui. Merci.
Aujourd'hui, qu'est-ce qu'il te reste à conquérir? 2 ceintures, c'est beau. Après, tu sais ce qu'on dit. C'est bien d'être champion, mais c'est plus dur de le rester. Donc c'est quoi la suite maintenant?
Ouais, c'est ça, 70 kilos. On va faire toutes les KT. Désolé, Nas. On va faire toutes les KT. 57, tout ça, même les filles. Donc Samantha, tiens-toi prête.
Encore félicitations, Aymard, et merci pour ce super spectacle.
Merci Poitiers!
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. AYMARD GUIH becomes the first simultaneous champion in the history of Hexagone MMA. Does he defend at middleweight? Does he defend at welterweight? Sebastian, we were talking about how much and potentially how interesting a bout with Norman Park could be.
Oh, absolutely. After seeing both these performances back to back, I cannot contain my excitement. I feel like a grease song because I'm so excited and I just can't hide it.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's so much more action to come. 5 more bouts culminating in the World Strawweight title bout between Samantha Jean-François and Andres